Superior troop. The assassin you sent after me is a part of my family now. I love the art that appears at the end credits of Kung Fu Panda. Disney gave us memories, and DreamWorks gave us memes. This is the most meaningful thing I have ever seen. Skadoosh. Thanos is dead. I asked my mom why I stopped martial arts when I was a kid, and she said she saw a great darkness in my eyes. His mum, in the nicest way possible. This rat looks like Tom Holland. Megamind shrine in the girls' bathroom at my school. Shrek is the god of self-confidence. What is that? It's hideous. Well, that's not very nice. It's just a donkey. Well, well, well. If it isn't my old friend, the dawning realization that I messed up really bad. She was fearless and crazier than him. She was his queen, and God help anybody that dared to disrespect his queen. This is your queen? That's a man in women's clothes. That's a drag queen. What the fuck? I'm still convinced this entire movie was a mass hallucination. DreamWorks, you never miss. DreamWorks makes the best straight people. Sure, Crudes, you can make and manage phone calls. I don't care anymore. I never noticed the sad story of the three bears in Shrek. The power level of an animated character is determined by how quickly they can teleport between frames. Giga Chad was invented by DreamWorks. Nobody can tell me beards don't got the same effect as makeup. I guess they do, but they're natural. So, traditional Gen Z couples watching the rest of their generation. In my defense, Your Honor, I had really good music on, and it made me want to do something evil. Man gets 2 years in prison for claiming he created Kung Fu Panda. I'm glad real criminals are getting the time they deserve. Private, immeasurably cute, loyal to a fault, eager to please. DreamWorks, what are you trying to say? If you're ever feeling bad about yourself, just remember this guy was dumped for a bee. Goodbye, Ken. Behind the scenes of Shrek, I knew it was too good for the time. Real cinema won in the end. Skipper was killed by a landmine today. Rest in peace, hero. First trailer of DreamWorks The Bad Guys. Animated movie. Why is the wolf hot? I just found out my dad isn't really my dad. Your dad, the goose? I must have been quite a shock. She's that perfect combination of extremely judgmental and supportive. DreamWorks used to punish their animators who failed at their work on Prince of Egypt by sending them to work on Shrek. The punishment even had a nickname. To be Shrek. The remake they think we want versus the remake we actually want. How to Train Your Dragon sucks. I need to take this call, just hang on a second. It's the circus. They're asking for you. Apparently they have a vacancy in clownery and they think you'd be suited for. Imagine a movie with these four. That would definitely break records. She's screaming because his flesh is white hot, and touching him puts ancient symbols into your brain. This stuff is just straight caffeine. I'm going to drink it. Dude's about to be hammy from over the hedge. How do you guys feel about the fact that these two characters exist in the same universe? The villain transition between the two Puss in Boots movies is the funniest thing ever. What the hell is a DreamWorks face? This face. Okay, no, but this is so much funnier to me now because I went to DreamWorks and met one of the head animators, and apparently everyone knows about the DreamWorks face and complains about it, but the marketing people keep doing it for some reason. Me, modern Disney. Me, everything made by DreamWorks. Disney villains being mid versus DreamWorks villains. The merging of two nations. What the hell is even going on with this site? In Shrek 2, 2004, the guards grind pepper directly onto Shrek's eyes since pepper spray had yet to exist. My cat decided to be real-life Puss in Boots today. I'm helping him sue the human race. He was honestly the only normal character in the whole movie. Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, earns the worst opening for any DreamWorks film with 5.2 million domestically. Marketing had to be $0. Never ever heard of this movie before. Never have I ever seen a wild lion and zebra in perfect harmony like this. Bro, that's Alex and Marty from Madagascar, you uncultured swine. Imagine being the woman in this commercial who had to pretend she was dancing with the cast of Shrek 2 in warm-up. Where is she now? Where do you go once you've reached the top? Even higher. Imagine using this shampoo in the shower and staring at Shrek's hazel eyes as he watches you in the nude. If you watch Madagascar backwards, it's about a group of animals who get fed up of dancing lemurs, so they lock themselves in boxes and ship themselves to a zoo. Did anyone else wonder how the hell this happened? In Kung Fu Panda, Po is the dragon warrior because unlike Tai Lung in Tigress, he worked customer service and won't become tyrannical with power. From the producers who saw Shrek. Looks like Donkey's cousin. Fun fact, Fiona was the first redheaded Disney. She's not Disney. No. Shrek came out in 2001. Good for him. This scene in Shrek 3 is top tier comedy. Somebody better be dying. I'm dying. Ugh. Everyone knows that feminism was born here. I don't care, but they can definitely get it. God, please help this generation. From the most ferocious thing ever to the cutest thing ever. Way to go, Toothless. Okay, maybe the worst is over. That is wrong. Incorrect. 2020 in a nutshell. How did wokeness kill your grandma? What pronouns was she using? I was the one using pronouns. Last night I had this dream where Shrek was turning into a lady ogre, and Fiona was asked if it was cool with her, and she said yes, I am bisexual. And I woke up crying. It's 2058. DreamWorks Animations has released many sequels of old movies, new movies, and have planned many more, but nearly all of them have been box office failures. The studio realizes they're going bankrupt and decide to make one last movie. The story of the fishing boy on the crescent moon. This is the movie that will break everyone. Is it true that cats always land on their feet? No, that is a myth propagated by dogs. Bit of a pattern here. Puss in Boots is a cat, but he's not a cat, he's a dog. This guy wears eyeliner. Kung Fu Panda in 2008 was so successful in China that it caused a national debate on why Westerners made a better film about Chinese culture than the Chinese themselves. I can't believe we have just seen these two guys fight. A villain that became a villain, not because they seek vengeance or crave power, but because villains always have better one-liners, outfits, and musical numbers. Presentation. I'm tired of hearing how everything in your life wasn't good enough, including me. I'm laughing. Someone made this GIF black and white to make it more dramatic, but it's literally from a movie about talking fish and a vegetarian shark. Stop looking at me like that! Stop fucking staring at me like that! The art of lying. Well, I don't know where he's not. On the contrary, I'm possibly more or less not definitely rejecting the idea. Stop it! Pinocchio learned how to deal with this problem, and he dealt with it well. Why is almost every DreamWorks sequels is about previously unmentioned family members? You like King Julian? Name 2 of his albums. I can't. Watching Shrek, and I just realized where Facebook stole their logo from. Facebook, can we copy strike DreamWorks? I paused Kung Fu Panda at the perfect moment. When your math teacher is moving on to the next chapter, but you still don't know anything. The minions before the minions. Schlop, 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 schlop. Photobomb. Always look behind you. Girls using versus guys using. Exactly, because Donkey actually has a soft side, while Puss in Boots was just putting up a front. No offense, but the scene depicting Tai Lung's escape from a maximum security prison in Kung Fu Panda is more dramatic and exciting, and has better pacing and cinematography than 90% of fight scenes in any superhero movie. Fish crawling out of water 460 million years ago. Finn will be leg, the day he became the Dragon Warrior. DreamWorks releasing another kids movie and getting better reception than Disney ones. I don't care if DreamWorks wins, I just want Disney to lose. Our fans are the best. This is why you're a meme. Gotta be something. Me, trying to 5,000 word count be like. Do or do not know where he shouldn't probably be. If that indeed wasn't where he isn't, Pinocchio should go into politics. Don't ever disrespect Lenny the Shark like this ever again. I love you, Metro Man. Shut the fuck up. There are children being born whose parents were not alive when Shrek 2001 came out. Crazy how the years start coming and they simply do not stop coming. Pushing a pool door. You dense motherfucker. Yo, okay, so I was in the Diamond District in New York City. Just casually window shopping and stuff, you know, the usual. When all of a sudden, this thing catches my eye. Let's discuss. Yeah, this is for a Disney meme video, but I must have downloaded it in the wrong file. The best Disney show though, I would say, I love WALL-E. I'm not gonna lie. WALL-E. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Panda. We do not wash our pits in the pool of sacred tears. The 3 kids I babysit were so confused when I laughed so hard, I almost fell off the couch when this part came on. What does S stand for? For sitter. Yeah, sitter. Originally, I was going to have initials for babysitter, but then I would have been going around wearing a big BS. You understand why I couldn't go with that? No, this was different. Not the standard run for the hills, hoo-ha. I've come to enjoy it. These guys were rappers, dragon trappers, but can you imagine this happening for the first time? I'm laughing at the fact that Hiccup apparently gets a kick out of scaring people with dragons. You just had to be there. Hello? Okay, so unless you've watched the Netflix series, you wouldn't understand, but Mort is an interdimensional being who has lived a substantial amount of time. Assuming his wives weren't clones of himself, they probably just died of old age or something. Thanks, that really clears things up. Finally, she can ride a bee. I just lost 10 followers. Toothless is so cute here. The details. His nostrils are pink on the inside. You can see the edges of his scales. He's still covered in dirt and soot from the fight. Who's excited for Inside Out 2? Well, at least they have great hair. Where is he putting that book? His hand catches on fire. Puts it in his mouth while surrounded by water. Pacific Rim Uprising. There is only one thing girls want, and it starts with a P and ends in an S. The name Bob is too mainstream. Emotional US soldier reuniting with his beloved wife. 1945, colorized. It's always, what are you doing? Never, do you know the Muffin Man? Saw Shrek and Lord Farquaad drinking tequila today. DreamWorks did not have to go this hard for Puss in Boots, but I'm happy they did. Is this the Mandalorian? I don't know. You're a skadoosh bag. You have been removed from the group. What the hell is this resume? Relevant work experience. I haven't had a job before, so I don't know what to put here, but I would be good at it. Just trust me. You can't animate women easily. They have to stay pretty all the time. I love it when reaction images are also examples. DreamWorks has better villains than Disney. Change my mind. Poe, are you being silly and goofy? Tell me, do you dream of being a vampire? This is how we're represented. Unbelievable. Priceless. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Remember the fishing boy from DreamWorks? This is him now. Feel old yet? 144p versus 4K. When a girl texts you, at night I'm totally a different girl. This is what I imagine. Yo, who gave my son an onion? If I had a nickel for every time DreamWorks made a cinematic masterpiece set in the Shrek universe, followed immediately by a shitty film about sea creatures, I would have 2 nickels. This is my swamp. Our swamp. One of the best scenes from that film. Blue flower, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind. Who owns the universe? King Julian. What to expect from DreamWorks? Interspecies romance equals adorable mutants. Did you know DreamWorks Animation collaborated with McDonald's to expand the restaurant chain's mascot lineup to include Ronald McDonald's family? It's unknown how far the development got with the new characters before the company decided to ultimately back out of the idea. I'm going insane, perhaps wacky. One might even say crazy. I'm losing my mind. My marbles, my bananas, I am falling off my rocker, so to speak. A Megamind billboard will be taken down from a theater in Michigan after being there for almost 14 years. This is the great Dragon Master, son of Stoic the Vast. What a shame he must feel. I came out to have a good time, but I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now. It's even better because it looks like he's saying it too. Hey guys, so apparently the Boss Baby was based off a book. I don't know how to feel about this. Me at 20 years old watching my mum make my favorite food because I told her I was craving it. Megamind versus Metamind. Society, if Megamind beat Despicable Me at the box office in 2010. Normal people, it's just dodgeball. Middle school kids, you coming? Remember, when B-Movie promoted bestiality. Bestiality. I need a moment. Pressing play on Netflix with a full plate of food, finally, in a piece. Or YouTube. Imagine these two are the same person. You left us in the hands of him. No offense. No, I'm with you. I love this movie. Legitimately one of my favorite animated movies. A replica of Shrek's swamp is now available to rent on Airbnb. 4 Michigan men arrested for driving a horse and a buggy while drunk. They look like the villagers in Shrek. Forget anime. Which Kung Fu Panda villain is the best out of the trilogy for you? Tai Lung. DreamWorks spending 11 years making the sequel to Puss in Boots. Low-key the thought of Shrek one day seeing the burnt corpse of one of his best friends is messing me up today. Kung Fu Panda, frame 15,073 out of fat. I want a version of B-Movie shown entirely from the perspective of Patrick Warburton's character. It'd be something like where an ordinary man loses his mind as his life slowly is taken over by a bee and everyone is just okay with it. Can I copy your homework? Sure, but change it a little. Of course, no problem. Ayo, what is this? Bitches? You guys, have you missed me? OMG, yes. I'm on my way. Me, at 7:30 p.m. I'll go to bed early tonight. Me at 1 a.m. Drinking a B-Movie DVD smooth. The world will end tomorrow. Woman shocked when she thought she saw Shrek in her green curry. Budget, 145 million. Box office, 306. No, this animation is a failure. I'll never even mention it again. Budget, 110. Box office, 48. Cool. Let's make a sequel. Animals to be formally recognized as sentient sentient beings in UK law. Wait, isn't this the plot of the Bee movie? I'm a little bit drunk right now, but I'm laughing my butt off because Wallace is literally the most sexless being ever brought into creation. Look at him. On a smash scale of 0 to 10, he is easily a -30. He is nothing. He is a man in a sweater vest who eats cheese. He's a frog. He's a salesman. He's a letterbox. He's a fugitive. He's an optimist. He's a pessimist. And Boov says humans are complicated. Can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it up a little bit so it doesn't look obvious. Doctor, I'm sorry to tell you this, ma'am, but your child has DreamWorks face. There's nothing we can do. Mum sobs. Baby raises one eyebrow. Still can't believe I predicted Boss Baby. A king leading his men into battle. The original Mickey Mouse is now in public domain. Mickey Mouse being the main villain of Shrek 5 would be the most iconic crossover moment in animation history. Analog horror fans will see this and call it the most disturbing thing imaginable. And then they wonder why the genre has been in decline since 2022. My friend has a bracelet that morphs from a cross to Shrek. I don't know if God intended that, but Shrek is Shrek, and I do love Shrek. I just opened my window. It's too hot in my room. Oh, me life flashed before me eyes. It was really boring. Filed under. Children's movies that shouldn't have been children's movies. Seriously, guys, B-Movie is not the worst movie that DreamWorks has made. I can't believe you could forget about Will Smith Fish. Did you just call Shark Tale a bad movie? There is no secret ingredient. To make something special, you just have to believe it's special. Currently reading a Twitter argument, and this part absolutely floored me. Wait, I knew that guy who says miners what the Twitter? Just Twitter. This is Twitter. Some character design that makes me go absolutely crazy is the whole wide mouth, almond face shape, cutie reptile. I see an animated reptile with a big mouth and eyes like a quarter mile apart. I just lose my mind. This is a premium. You can't get a better design. They're friend shape. Shrek to Fiona. Shrek to his best friend. Shrek to Dragon. People who haven't seen Shrek. I think Puss in Boots did their design pretty well with Kitty software. One thing I really appreciate about Puss in Boots is that near the end, when Puss and Kitty decide to name Perito, Kitty says, "How about Jeff?" And Puss replies with, "He doesn't have a Jeff's face." The stars are not in the position for this tribute. Stars can't do it. Not today. My excuse for not doing things. 2010 kids. Frozen has the best scenes. 2000s kids. What would you rather buy? iPhone X. Cost $999. 203 copies of the B-Movie on DVD. I sent this photo to my new job and for my ID card, and this is what I got back. I am beyond disgusted. Unacceptable. Find who did this to you and use your Megamind powers on them. Paranormal Activity was made for just $15,000, but went on to make $190 million. At its test screening, people walked out. DreamWorks thought it was because the movie was terrible. It turns out that people were just terrified. Tai Lung's calculating blue cool. Shen's raging hot red, and Kai's unsettling mystical green show how color theory is very important when establishing the Kung Fu Panda villain's power and presence. Drake when he trips or falls. The drama king main character of DreamWorks, who loves wearing eyeliner and boots, and looks effing good wearing them. Do you guys think a sweet and sensitive autistic boy with a feminine side could change the world by piloting a mobile suit? Not an I don't know how. I don't remember Shrek being so dark. Abuse, deadly weapons of war. Absolutely nothing is off the table with this philosophical-minded comic. I know genies don't have feet, but you left some big shoes to fill. Rest in peace, Robin, and thank you. Will Smith being a bro. I know we give the new genie a lot of crap, but in reality, Will is probably trying seriously hard to make Robin Williams proud, and I respect that. I decided I wasn't kidding. The secret of the incredible Frozen Guardians. I wouldn't mind at all if this becomes a thing. Someone please make this a thing. The Justice League. The Justice League. That is the greatest thing ever. Please make that catch on. Dies. I've always loved Astrid for this. She doesn't try and talk to him at a normal level, because she knows he avoids eye contact. He's used of a life of people literally looking down at him, so he just escapes by glancing downwards when he feels inadequate. But she won't have it from him. She gets down on his level and makes him look up. Makes him see what she sees. Somebody worthwhile and worth looking straight in the eye. So anyone who's seen a documentary about Vikings know that they didn't actually wear horned helmets. They looked cool, but historians have found no evidence that Vikings wore them. Least of all as battle attire. Historical Viking helmets actually looked like something like this. And then it occurred to me that Hiccup's new mask looked strikingly similar. Don't look now, but I think DreamWorks based his mask on factual Viking helmets. Those magnificent bastards. Objectively physically attractive, but in possession of negative riz. It's one of my favorite character concepts. I think it's so great when there's an absurdly hot person who's just a complete loser. The mood is unsalvageable. The moment they open their mouth, kind of deal. You get no bitches because you're so sucks. You're so pathetic. No matter what side you're on, you're always the loser. There's a benefit to losing. You get to learn from your mistakes. There is a really important life lesson. I love this movie. I mean, yeah, if you fail, you should never give up in something, especially if you want it enough. We like DreamWorks people, don't we, boo-boo? Alright, this is not your time. Get him, boo-boo. Get him. This is your reflection.